right, good evening and welcome once again to Rock Rap. Hi, this is Dante. We have a special treat for you tonight because we have our old friend Pyro Pete back with us. Pyro.
Dante, how are you?
Welcome back to Rock Rap.
Thank you.
I'm always afraid to have you next to me, Pyro.
No, I told
you know what
in
I
the
mean?
office. I'm unarmed tonight. Tonight
Yeah.
I'm totally.
And like I said, Pyro, you probably have a cupcake you're going to blow up on the show tonight.
I think.
But for our fans that don't recognize Pyro Pete, this is the man that does all the pyrotechnics for some of your favorite bands like Metallica. He's worked with Kiss. He's worked with AC/DC.
Judas Priest, Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. He's blown up cakes in Iron Maiden's hotel rooms. He's almost destroyed the set here at Rock Rap.
Is it still dirty?
It's filthy, Pyro. But we're going to see that later on in the show. And recently, Pyro has been working with Metallica on a tour that has been going on for how long?
It's a tour from hell. It was for the Metallica guys. It was a little bit longer than it was for myself because Metallica, they started on the Monsters of Rock thing, and that was in '88. And at that point, I was still doing AC/DC. And then they went through all the way through that. And then in September of '88, that was like the beginning of '88, and in September of '88, they started their own U.S. tour. So AC/DC ended, and I went directly from AC/DC onto Metallica, and then that portion of the Metallica headline tour, which was called Damage Justice, that went for 12 months. That went from September till September. Yeah. So I think it was actually about a week short of 12 months. Right. So the band was out for about 16 months total between the two tours.
Right. You know what's incredible about Pyro and Metallica was, you know, Metallica performed at the Emmys on television, which is quite unusual. Grammys, right. You know, I mean, like, look at the stiff music.
It was the first time, it was the first time they had that category, the heavy metal category, and it was pretty interesting.
And you know, if you saw the Grammys and you saw the pyrotechnics, that was Mr. Pete here.
Me, yeah. So we had a little last-minute problem with that because originally they didn't know what they'd gotten themselves into, and we had done all the paperwork and gotten the permit and had, you know, we were all legitimate, and we showed up and we said, okay, you know, and we got to do our pyro stuff, and the producer guy said, no, we didn't get the permit.
Well, who gets the permit? The band gets the permit to do it on television?
I get the permit from the fire department, but you have to have the local pyrotechnician at the place, you know, so it's a big involved thing, but the fact, I get the permit.
Pyro calls the fire department.
Hey, give me a permit now.
Hey, this is Pyro, man. Oh,
hey,
no.
Give me a permit. Yeah, so anyway, we got everything, and then the people running it were getting sort of scared, but the fire department had okayed it. Right. So they called back the fire department and said, well, could you come down and check it again? But then what we found out was that Mayor Bradley, I believe it is in California, was in the front row. So we had like the mayor, and we had a few other like prominent people in the front row, and you know, our pyro was, you know, right up there, and they were scared, you know, so they right when we were loading, the fire marshal came over and just said, look, my boss is in the front row. Can we cut you back again a little bit?
So what do you do? Take the gunpowder?
Well, just, you know, because as we were loading it, like certain things were preloaded and we couldn't do anything about it. It was just like that's what it was going to be. And then other items we just made them a little bit lower. I mean, it still worked. You know, we weren't happy, but at least we got to do it, which was nice.
All right, we're talking with Pyro Pete, but right now we're going to go to our first video of the evening, and for the first time on Rock Rap, the Rolling Stones, one of my favorite and your favorite all-time bands, Mixed Emotions.
One, two,
Hi, this is Gary,
Tony,
and Chuck.
We're
from
Soraya.
And you are watching Rock Rap with Dante Bonfante. We got the gun to our heads.
All right, there we are doing a Mr. Bill trip down there. Look at that, it's still going. Can't catch it. All right, we are talking with Pyro Pete, the man behind the pyrotechnics at all the mega metal concerts, working with Metallica. And actually, you're onto something exciting after Metallica.
Yeah.
This guy's going to do the pyro for Motley Crue.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Wow.
Yeah, we're just I caught wind of it, you know, they started talking with their management and stuff right at the end of Metallica.
Right.
And then Metallica ended in LA about a week, 2 weeks ago, so I stayed in LA for an extra week, and then I went to a Motley Crue rehearsal, and I talked with the guys and everything, and I'm gonna put something together really good for them. I hope it's gonna be really different.
How many guys do what you do in this business? Seriously, how many guys are there?
Oh,
About a handful.
as good as me, as one.
Well, we know
Aside
Pyro.
from
We
me.
know that you are
yeah.
the best, but I mean, if
There's this guy.
you don't have to name them.
Well,
All right, go ahead,
they're friends
go
of
ahead.
mine. All right,
Sure.
There's Kirk, right? Kirk, I trained. I took him out on his first tour.
So he was with you. You
he was
trained
with
him.
me, right? And
So he's good now.
He's good, right? And there's this guy Hammer, who's really he's okay. He works for the same company that me and Kirk. We all used to work for this one company, right?
Right.
Which is they're in Alabama. They're okay if you like Alabama.
Right.
And
Yeah, not at the country
so
music.
so there's me, there's Hammer, there's Kirk. There's this guy Mike Singleton, who I just stole Motley Crue from, and then there's this
Right,
guy
so he
John
wants to-
Watkins. So I guess there's really then there's
Five
Gary,
guys.
6 maybe.
Six
Stretch it to
guys.
say 6, yeah.
And
But there's there's a million bands. That's the thing. There's if you think about all the videos that you see and everything.
so you guys are
there's-
all busy, right?
Yeah, we're all pretty much busy all the time.
Right.
Except it's just I'm busier. I
Right.
guess.
Now you work with Kiss. You know, one of the great things that I like about Kiss is when Gene Simmons takes his bass or something, or he takes that torch out or whatever
Yeah,
it
he
is,
used to do it different. He used to change it.
and he points to the light and he
Yeah.
blows it up. Now, how does that work? How do you do that?
It's just like any other effect. The effect is ultimately hardwired back to my control desk, and we. In the beginning we'd get together and say, well, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a fireball or a flash or a sparks or something? In the case of the lights, we used a lot of sparks, so it looked like it was
so you
shorting
put that
out.
spark in the
Yeah,
light.
I hung it like actually, if you would actually look at it, like you'd look at a light up here, you'd see it like behind it and about a foot lower than it would be the actual device. But you couldn't see that, in a big
It's
auditorium.
beneath it then.
Right, yeah.
And you have your little detonator.
Right,
that
I
you
got my
press.
control board, and then depending on what one he would point to, I could hit that one. Hopefully I got it all labeled correctly. I mean,
Now,
it
is
has-
there a director going, Pete?
no, that I take for that something like that. I'd get together with Gene and
Right.
he'd say okay, and then I'll do this, and then I'll look at you, and then you watch me from there.
Right.
Or there are other things that I would take with the lighting director. So like on Metallica, I had 2 cues that I got from the lighting director because we wanted them to be simultaneous with the lighting cue. So and then I had other cues that I took from Lars because they had to be taken off the drums. So it depends on where in the show it is, and it depends on where you're gonna get your cue from.
Okay. All right, we're talking with Pyro Pete. We got a lot of stuff we got to get out of this guy, like how your show is evolving, the size of it. And right now we're going to go to our Rock Rap Report with Karen Infantino. So let's go to that, and when we come back, more with Pyro Pete. Yes.
Hi, Karen here with you. How you guys doing today? So glad you could join me because it's time once again for this week's Rock Rap Report. And okay, so now we know all about Pete and the kind of work that he does. But you know me, I'm the Rock Rap Reporter. I want to know a little bit more. I want to know the real scoop on Pete. And you know what they say is that you really don't know people until you live with them, or at least see where they live. So we took our Rock Rap cameras to Pyro Pete's house. And right now we're going to take a closer look into Pyro Pete land.
Hi, how are you there? Pyro Pete here, doing the tour, the official tour of Pyro Pete's house. Okay, this is where I am. I just got off the plane a couple of days ago, and I just got back from Metallica, and I'm just going to start Motley Crue in a couple of days, well, in a couple of weeks. weeks actually, but I had to design the show first. So this is where I designed the show. Okay, this is the downstairs. This is a brand new guitar that Kirk Hammond just gave me because he's my buddy, and it's a pretty good guitar. And he played it on stage, and he gave it to me after the last show at Irvine Meadows in California, and that was very nice. This stuff, I seek inspiration from my stuff. These are my albums. I have a platinum album from Def Leppard, a gold album from Iron Maiden, and I got a platinum album from Metallica, but it's not here yet because I just sent it from LA because I flew from LA, but I sent all my stuff UPS because I didn't have enough time to carry it all on the plane. Okay, this is my room. Here, look, I'll show you it's my room because you've got all my pyro signs. Except, see, I don't have anything from Metallica with me because I sent all that stuff UPS because at the end of a tour, I just get on a plane with my suitcase and I send everything else so I don't have to carry anything because I'm a smart traveler. Now here, look, this is Motley Crue's stage set right here, which I'm supposed to be working on. Okay, this is the stage set. Tommy Lee's gonna go there, and there's gonna be pianos there, and there's gonna be flash pots all across there, and there's gonna be flame things all across there, and there's gonna be gerbs, shoot out sparks from here to there, and there'll be things up over here and more things over there. And I got another room, I got the aerial. Here's the lighting truss, which is gonna hang over the top of it like that, you see? Like this, like that, right? And there'll be air bursts from all over the lighting truss, right? And then, wait a minute, here's a picture. Here's Tommy Lee's phone number. Oh, can't show you Tommy Lee's phone number, but I could sell it to you. Anybody out there interested in Tommy? No, I can't do that. I'll give you Nicky Stix's though. This is the set list, so I have to go like that because you're not supposed to see what it says yet. But ooh, it's gonna be good. And here's a smaller version of the set. This is for doing dollhouses in this size. It's like really, it's only about that big. But anyway, okay, you guys get the point. Now, so that's it for now from Pyro Pete land, and I'd like to thank all you kids for coming down. And oh, and here's my phone book with my sort of 3D prism skull. Now, just look into that deeply and send me money, send me money. Ooh, scary, scary. Ooh.
Now, next week on Rock Rap, I'm going to let you know just how much Pete is charging for Tommy Lee's phone number. And that's all I've got for you over here this week, but stay where you are because there's more Rock Rap coming up right after this.
Bogey, penetrate, sector 4.
Range 31 miles. Range 26 miles.
Heading 340. This guy can fly. Okay, bang. We got him on the Roz. He's trying to target us. Jam him. He's fast, he knows. Okay, he fired. So did we. He's pulling a 7G turn out of here. Looks like he's hightailing home, guys.
Space technology of the 21st century.
Okay, came up, please. Let's go get him out.
It's here, now, in the Air Force. Aim high. Air Force.
Some people you know are here to warn you about the danger the planet is in.
Think about how much fuel we're burning.
About how much garbage we're dumping.
About how much pesticide we're spraying. We need to rethink the way we live.
VH1 and your cable company want you to rethink the way we live. Watch World Alerts in America's cable homes on VH1.
Thursday night, my night out with the boys. A few beers, a little action, sometimes we'd score. Thursday nights. That was the old me. It took AIDS to make me realize that I was putting myself and my family in danger. I was cheating. It's not worth it. I love my family, and I'm not bringing AIDS home.
Find out more about AIDS. Call 1-800-342-AIDS.
I guess you could say that I'm rather interested in dreams. I do write about them all the time in the music that I make. Positive dreams that can and will come true if you believe in them, but more importantly, in yourself. But if you let drugs steal the magic from your dreams, you'll soon have nothing but nightmares. Drugs and dreams, they don't mix.
Brought to you by MTV, RAD, and your local cable system.
We're gonna do day off fun, which is blowing up a cake. So we've got a little happy cake, and we're gonna blow it up.
Alrighty, let's go.
You guys ready? All right, it's gonna be on a 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be a little bit loud. Okay, everybody set? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, love you forever this time. I'm holding you tight.
I wanted to do this. We cleaned, all right? We did that, right? And they said, Shari, right, is a friend of mine. What's her actual title? Director. All right, I don't know. She's Shari. I only know her as Shari. She's a friend of mine. She's a little Shari. And she says, we do this show, Rock Rap. And I said, oh, I'll come down and do it. And they said, well, let's do something funny. But we won't tell the guy, Dante. I'd never met Dante at the point. And we said, all right, well, you know, what should we do? And said, we'll blow up a cake. And I said, well, you know, it's kind of messy. And they said, well, we don't want to come in and like put up a curtain or anything, because then like you'd catch on. Right. You'd say, well. So they said, well, we'll just sort of just do it, and you know, we'll just do it. You know, don't worry about it.
Right there.
So, but see, like they hadn't seen it, you know. Yeah. So we did it, and
tell me about
pretty
it.
Clean.
It's
I mean,
all
I
over.
cleaned. I felt so bad because if you saw his face, he just went. Like that.
How was it, Pyro? I gotta ask you, what was actually in that cake? Seriously.
That was all right. That was just a little charge. I mean,
what do you mean charge? Gunpowder?
Well, flash powder. See, gunpowder is like a black powder. Traditionally, when you talk about gunpowder, you mean like a black powder, you know, which is it's not a metal base. It's like charcoal and sulfur and a whole bunch of other things. Right. So anyway, like a flash
you
powder.
Had that connected to an electrical.
Yeah, right. That was connected. There was a little electric match in it, which is like just like the name implies, it's like a match head, but it's electric. And yeah, that was just a little charge. I mean, I just sort of estimated how much the cake weighed and figured a little charge, the size. And
right. Now you've blown up cakes before, right?
Yeah, that started as like we found one in the dressing room.
Right.
And it was like
you did it to the maiden, right?
Yeah, and it was like, hey, you know, they haven't even touched this cake. Let's blow it up.
Perfect.
And then it just evolved, and then we like made it. We started getting people on their birthdays, and we've got a lot of people on their birthdays with a lot of different cakes since then. But,
we were talking during the commercial break about what your biggest show was in terms of the number of actual pyrotechnics, and you said actually that Kiss's show was the biggest, right?
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, Priest and Maiden probably came really close, but I think the biggest still would be the old Kiss show.
Yeah.
And we're talking, I think it was the second tour without the makeup. They still had the big tank, which I think they did 2 tours with the tank drum kit. And that probably was the most amount. I was a lot younger.
But I'm sure you got some tricks coming up with the crew, right?
Yeah, with the crew, we're trying to we don't want to do like the traditional sort of, they don't want a lot of stuff that they used to have. Not saying that the stuff that they used to have was bad or no good, but they just, they don't want to rehash the old things. So we're just
something new. So you got to get creative now, Pyro.
Yeah, I know. I've getting like a headache here.
Working hard on it?
Well, I have this company that I deal with that makes pyrotechnics devices for me, and we're gonna rethink the way we're doing things, and they're going to make me some custom devices, which will be, like instead of flash pots, we want to work on these flame pots that are like, instead of doing little flashes, we'll have little flames, and just dirtier sort of things.
All right, we're going to look for it. Speaking of the crew, let's go to Motley Crue. First time on Rock Rap with you, Pete, is Dr. Feelgood. All right.
Good video.
200th show for you.
Oh no, please.
A little specialty item to you. Just say happy 200th show.
Oh thank God.
That's hysterical. All right, Pyro. There you have it. Then we go from Dr. Feelgood to Pyro Pete. Well, there you were on Rock Rap when you scared me again.
Yeah. Well, as I said, tonight you're off.
That's true. I feel almost depressed that you didn't bring something to blow up, Pyro. I was looking forward to it. As a matter of fact, I can just feel the whole walls crumbling around me. Pyro, you're gonna blow up something, aren't you?
No, since Metallica ended in California and Motley's beginning in California, I left all my gear in California.
Right.
I mean, I left my, all my equipment. I left my Nintendo games, all this.
Quick question: you good friends with Metallica?
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Nice
man,
guys.
great guy, Pyro. Great having you back on Rock Rap. You know you're welcome anytime you're in town to fill us up on the latest with the crew. Good luck with Motley Crue, by the way. All right. Cool. Have a good tour. All right. I hope you enjoyed Pyro this week, and we'll see you next week on Rock Rap with more videos. We'll see you then. Take care.
Back in the womb, it's much too real. It pumps life that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I live, head to the tube that sticks in me, just like a wartime novelty, tied to machines that make me be. Cut this life off from me. Hold my breath as I wish for dear. Oh, please, God, wake me. Now the world is gone, I'm just one. Oh God.